Hi there, it's Rich and Mike from drumhead.com and welcome to another of our bite-sized lessons. So today, this is an interesting one, how to sound great with very little effort. So an interesting title, and I'll pass you over to Rich here to explain exactly what he's going to teach you.
Okay. Go. All right, guys, so as Mike said, we're looking at how to sound good and keeping things really, really simple. Sometimes, as drummers, and I think generally as musicians as a whole, we try and overcomplicate things.
True.
And we try and play things that are completely and utterly not necessary. Yeah? You've had this saying for years, this whole thing of like stadium fills.
Big and simple sometimes.
Big and simple fills sometimes through a huge PA system in a big venue sound way better than, you know, a bunch of 30-second notes split into a linear fill and ripped around a kit.
Absolutely, because they can kind of get you and really hit you and make you feel, even if you're not a drummer, really feel what's coming through.
Yeah,
that's it. And add to the song rather than just a fast thing flying around the kit.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Absolutely. So one of the things that has been around in the drumming world for years and years is this old simple fill which people get to know as flats in Dagenham.
The amount of times that our front of house engineer in a sound check over the last 25 years has said, "Just give us a flats in Dagenham."
And a flats in Dagenham flat. I'll play the fill for you.
Why would that be called flats in Dagenham?
Oh, I don't know. It's a flats in Dagenham. Oh, I've sussed it. That's what it is. That's it. All these years I've finally sussed it out. That's all it is. It's... But
is that it?
Yeah, that's it. through a PA system with the drums mic'd up, that's going to be the most simple thing in the world. Yeah. And then moving that around maybe a little bit and just sort of thinking, well, where could I put that? Could I put a foot in it? You know? It's still the same fill, but it's still that really simple idea of 1 and 2 E and, or 3 and 4 E and. Yeah. If you do it twice, 1 and 2 E and, 3 and 4 E and. Yeah, you can put it in absolutely wherever you want. Almost the entire song, the sort of anthemic even, ballad "November Rain" by Guns N' Roses. Yeah. Every single fill that Matt Sorum plays on that is doom, doom, dum, 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 or a variation of it, dum, 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 dum. They're all, you know, they're all incredibly simple fills, but they come across in the track so well. Because they are so easy. Yeah, they
do this work and they're powerful. You know, there's probably a Kate Bush in there as well, and but we'll go into that later.
No, that's it. You know, you can create all these fills. Yeah. And we spend a lot of time working on really complex things. But sometimes we just have to strip that back to basics and go, what is the fill that's needed for this song?
Yes.
And a lot of the time you can get away and start thinking about what you don't need to play as opposed to what you do need to play.
Yeah, and the space in there creates the power. And again, it comes back to what we've said loads of times. If you can say it, you can play it. Yeah. You know, you can say that. Flats in Dagenham.
Yeah. If you're playing your groove, 1, 2, flats in Dagenham, crash. 2. Yeah, it's there. Yeah. It's a really simple idea which we can actually put into your playing straight away. And it is going to give you that big sound. People are going to notice that because then that means that you're playing and you're thinking like a musician as opposed to playing and thinking like a drummer. Because a drummer's going to play his latest fill that he played that is 14 million notes in a bar and it's got 9 bass drums in it. And, you know, and sometimes, a lot of the time, we don't need that. If you did that on stage, you know, what would happen?
To put too much into it?
Yeah.
Well, probably wouldn't be there for that long. You know, we'd be moving on something else.
You know, you get something. You know, you're going to get your bass player stood there going, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. But also those, you know, those types of fills. As a drummer, when you're sitting and practicing at home, you probably wouldn't play them that much because they're not, you know, just sitting on your kit. they're not that exciting. It's when it comes into other instruments like the bass guitar, the whole song basically, that can kind of breathe and create that power. And it was, we talked about it before, Youth, who produced a couple of our albums, he said to me so many times when we were recording them, stadium fills, keep it big. I want you guys to be in stadiums, so you got to play like you're there already. And playing for the song comes back to playing for the song, doesn't it? So yeah, very simple, and not a lot of effort really. Not
at all. Yeah. That's why we've said, sound good for very little effort. It is dum dum da da dum or dum da dum dum. Just really, really simple fills, little 2-count fills that you can put in anywhere. Don't need any hand speed particularly. They just need to be big, and they need to be really big and solid, and they're going to sound, as you'll hear, great. Through some nice microphones in a nice room, they're going to sound really, really
great. And going back to what we always say, again, when you're working these things out in the first place, maybe do a bit of practice to a click so you know exactly. Because the thing is, with these quite simple and open fills, there is space.
Yeah.
And where there's space, we know that as drummers, we don't like space. We like to fill it. So you need to kind of, especially if you're playing a slow track, ba dum da da dum dum. You've got to get that ba. It's got to be bang on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's actually going to be more challenging to play this slower than it is to play it quickly.
Yeah.
Because exactly like you said, the space is bigger. So hitting the middle of that space is quite tricky. The faster it gets, the space gets smaller. It's quite easy to hit the middle of that. Yeah. So, but again, we're not necessarily going to play these fills at a massive tempo, but they're usable in so many different feels, different styles, different tempos, that you really should have these simple ideas in your playing.
Brilliant.
So we have a play and see what's what?
I think we should, yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'll start with a fill.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Big and powerful.
Big and powerful. So there we go, guys. A simple idea to sound really confident and really get some really big sounding drums. But not really a great deal of effort. It's some fairly simple ideas. So as we always say with these lessons, have fun, enjoy, and we'll see you on the next one.
And just as a little addition to that, if you did like that, click and like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
There we go, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.
See you later.